Hey, hey, hey. What's up,
hold on, bro. Hold on.
Yo. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Supreme JK. Here with another video today. You did, man. Now look, bro. As y'all tell in the title, man, y'all already know what's going on, man.
Yup.
We're gonna be reacting to some scary. Yeah, you feel me? We're gonna be reacting to some scary stuff, bro. You feel me, dog? You feel me? Look.
Hey.
Yeah, we're gonna be reacting to some scary stuff, bro. So look, hey man, relax. We're gonna just be going through the tube, and picking out random scary stuff, bro. You feel me, though? But look, before the video even started, man, y'all already know what to do, man.
Hit that like, spam that comment as well, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, who channel it is? Mine for yours, bro. I'm trying to figure it out.
Both of us.
Nah,
Hey,
bro,
so
relax.
what?
Nah. Before the video even started, man, y'all already know what to do, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video, please. Share the video,
Turn
man.
that post notification on as well. So
Yes,
you know
sir.
when
Do
I
that
post.
too. And watch the video to the end, bro. Y'all hey, I know some of y'all don't watch the video to the end, bro. Come on, bro. Support me. Just like you support everybody else, man. But look, not further ado, man. Let's get into it. Yeah, man, let's get it. Let's go.
Open your eyes, Kevin. It's time to witness perfection.
Ugh.
What's going on?
We are here to complete what we
Look at
started.
them in the back, bro.
Let me go!
We have been pushed beyond the point of no return, Kevin. Outcasted by all of those we so desperately wanted to be a part of.
Look at lips.
But you, Kevin, you were the one who was so cruel
Look at
to
Ed
us.
in the back, bro.
And that's why you are here today.
Let me go, dorks! You're gonna pay for this!
Oh, I have paid, Kevin. I am blinded by the beautiful truth. And you are still lying to yourself in the darkness.
What is the truth?
Truth belongs to those who seek it. And I've been searching for a long time. My truth is retribution. Ed, bring me his jaw.
Just hold on a second. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for being so rude to you guys all these years, I swear.
Kevin. It's okay. Silence now. You are going to give back to us far more than you could ever know. Don't be afraid, Kevin. Enjoy this moment. It is so much more vibrant than the darkness that awaits you. I will give you this moment to cherish this. That is my gift to you. Existence is behind you now, Kevin. Enjoy the silence.
That's gone, boy. That's a jawbreaker.
The taste of retribution sure is sweet.
Now that's what the people spit, man. Boy had a jawbreaker, man.
Number 15, Stalkers.
Alright, y'all, we
Welcome
on to the
the
next
inner
one.
workings of a broken down mental hospital. Recorded live to Facebook by Hammy TV. This creepy video takes you on a tour through the extreme ward of Medfield State Hospital. Developed over the turn of the 20th century, the 58-building complex held a max of 2,200 patients and was a filming location for such films as Shutter Island and The Box. According to Wikipedia, trespassing between dark and sunrise is strictly forbidden, so these boys aren't exactly following the law. One especially creepy fact about this asylum is that it has 841 grave sites, all of which are numbered instead of named. In fact, Boy Scouts in the area made it their Eagle Scout service project to find the correct names of all buried and their dates of passings. If that wasn't creepy enough, watch what happens during this tour of evil. The crew is heading to the 3rd floor, where there were allegedly a few passings. As they're trying to decide how to get up the very broken stairs, the camera pans the upper floor. Keep your eye on the hallway. A shadow person very clearly crosses the threshold. A shadow that apparently the crew didn't see in reality, as they have no reaction to it whatsoever. I'm sure when they watched this video in playback, they did. I'm not sure if anyone noticed until it was pointed out in the Facebook comments. But now that it's been spotted, I think this paranormal sighting is terrifying. Number 14, Haunted Attic. Do you hear noises from the attic where no one lives? There are only a few explanations. Animal, squatter, or ghost? Which one explains what happens next? Published to YouTube in October of 2015 by Chris Court, the uploader writes, I kept hearing strange sounds coming from the attic of the old apartment building I am currently at in Italy, and decided to set up a camera. What I saw when I went to grab the camera a few hours later was shocking. The place is still and silent at first, but then a chair in the back of the room moves all on its own. A couple seconds later it moves again. The ghost then decides to play around with the old school rocking horse. At first it simply rocks back and forth, but before long, it quite clearly moves from side to side, even sliding across the floor a little. It almost appears animated. Is there a child ghost playing around in the attic? If so, I wouldn't recommend joining in on the fun. Number 13, Cursed Tunnel.
I feel like screaming or something in this tunnel.
If you hear noise, man, I would have thought it probably was a raccoon or
this
something.
List, but some scary videos you're just not meant to see. The boy in this video says he hears something in this tunnel that sounds to him like a scream, so he decides to go investigate. But no, the boy enters the darkness with nothing but a void at the end of it.
Like, come on.
All you hear is his own footsteps. Then you hear this. Sounds like Alien vs. Predator up in here. The kid stops for a moment, and in that quiet, a couple of footsteps splash through the water. He then says hello to a creature he cannot see before heading forward again, but he doesn't get very far.
Bro, you still going towards
The rattling sound echoes throughout the tunnel before the thing starts to
Man,
screech
boy,
in
not
a way
running
that
fast
makes your
enough,
insides
man.
tremble as
bruh.
he runs. The creature quiets for a time, but lets out a final terrifying screech as the boy exits the
1.9.
tunnel, likely wondering what in the world he almost happened upon.
I've been gone.
Is this for real? If so, what lies in the depths of this underground? Dark Dominator
Bro, you must be a slow runner.
While the last one suggests it's a feral hog, but I've never heard a rattle like that from a hog before. Lesson learned. The next time you hear screaming in the darkness, it's best to run in the opposite direction. Number 12. Camouflaged. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. When you're face to face with a predator in the jungle at night. I first came across this video on the Spanish-speaking YouTube community, and it was published in February of 2020. This sinister video stands out in an ultra-scary list. The shot pulls into the darkness of some jungle leaves and foliage, where the viewer can somewhat make out a discernible shape. It appears like a wild cat hidden in the leaves, waiting to pounce. If you saw this crouching out of the corner of your eye as you took your everyday jungle route home at night, would you be afraid?
Oh, I see it.
Number 11. Nightmare Uber. What do you do when your Uber
see
driver
it?
refuses
Right.
to let you out? That's the nightmare
That
scenario
boy
two
going
Uber
fast.
passengers
Damn,
were
boy.
faced with when grabbing an Uber in Virginia. The pair captured
cops
this
ain't gonna get that man a
horrifying
ticket?
high-speed chase
Hold up.
live. According to the passengers, another driver had drove into their Uber driver's car when the Uber pulled to the side of the road to exchange info. The car didn't follow suit, instead fleeing the scene. The Uber driver then decides to chase the other driver while calling the police.
They would've had to give me $1 million
During
for
his
this
hot
one.
pursuit, the driver hands the phone
Nah,
to one of
probably
his
5.
passengers, who tells the police what is happening. The pair wants to get out of the car, demanding that the driver stop and let them out. The driver refuses, saying he can't let the guy go. The passenger relays all this to the police, saying the driver won't slow and they're going to hit someone, to which they warn the man that he needs to stop. The driver does not heed the police's warnings, and in fact he continues chasing the suspect, despite the fact that the passengers notify him that they have the number of the suspect's license plate, so he can logically pursue him that way. 4.5 minutes of fear, and the driver finally pulls over, allowing the couple to leave. They catapult out of the vehicle. That was the scariest moment of my life. It was a nightmare. One of the passengers is quoted as saying, "Thankfully, it
I would've
went
did a
nowhere."
tuck-in. I would've did a
And the
tuck-in.
driver
Man,
was
me
later
and
charged
narrator,
with
bro.
abduction. Talk
This dude
about a
here, man,
bizarre
dragging him
ride.
weird out.
Exactly,
Number
bro. Like,
10. Tag, you're it. A
But nah, I would've
girl
been
and the
tucking roll
person
out that car.
filming were innocently playing around outside.
Nah,
but
bro,
they were
this
not
ain't it, bro.
alone. Published to
Tag,
YouTube in
yeah.
mid-2019. Nightmares abound after watching this video, which is gaining attention in the Spanish-speaking
Casey
YouTube
goes too.
community. The clip shows a girl playing with a ball outside a yellow fenced-in building. She runs up to the fence, behind which a pair of swings are wrapped together in knots. After a moment, the girl points at something or someone behind the camera person, who turns around to see what she's indicating. There is no one in the distance across the field, but there is someone right behind her. The ghoul of a girl appears semi-transparent as the camera shot falls.
Here at Union City, our glorious council ministers are dedicated to making all citizens happy all of the time.
We can only imagine the camera person fled in fear from this thing she was not meant to see. Tag, you're it. Game over. Number 9. Poltergeist Possession. Published to YouTube by Proving Demons in May of 2020. You might want to call your local exorcist after watching this video. The uploader explains that the house they entered is known to have been the site of an exorcism, and they were exploring it to capture paranormal activity. He writes, while experiencing heavy poltergeist activity, I could feel the demon inside trying to possess me as it did the previous owner, who is now insane in a mental institution. From that point, our ghost hunt took a turn for the worst.
I thought we
Let's
to
take
execute
that
somebody
turn
to
with
demon
them.
lead the body.
After hiking up to the abandoned
And
building
then
and
dead.
entering through a crawl hole, the crew finds the inside looks like a surreal art shed. Colorful paper lanterns hang, arrows are pointing every which way. All natural light in the place is framed by gothic windows. At
What
first, the
makes them
general
do
aura
this?
of the place is curious rather than creepy.
Like,
there are
bro,
lots of scraps
bro.
of paper
You
posted
have
to a
problems just
board,
chilling at your
a
house,
large
bro?
map, a guitar hanging
Man, I
on
wanna see
one wall.
where they be
As one
finding these
YouTuber,
guys.
Lavender
Exactly,
Rainbow,
man.
points out,
Like,
there's
bro,
a
y'all know
pamphlet on
where
the
to go
wall.
at the right time?
Later in the clip, at 16 minutes 29 seconds, that reads, Bipolar Disorder Survival Guide. So
We did
maybe the
not
person
record.
living here was trying to seek
just
psychiatric
playing.
help. You find yourself wishing
I gotta
you were
check every
there,
time,
so
bro,
you might
sometimes
examine
I
things
don't
up close
record.
and learn more. But then the crew hears a woman screaming. They head towards a back room, with one of the dudes mentioning that they hadn't even made sure they were alone in this building. In fact, the building looks very lived in, not abandoned. There's what looks like a bed in the next room with blankets on it, a full backpack beside it, clothes hanging. Are they alone? He continues into the next room, hearing others inside, but it turns out just to be
Bro,
his
the
own
narrator,
crew.
bro.
You can hear a lot of sounds and
You gotta
things
go.
moving, like there are animals on the roof. Next, the door closes behind him by itself. They use the EVP to see if anyone's there in the home with them. The quick reply is yes. They also hear the words demon, as well as a warning, get out now. The demon tells them they have no right to be there. Andrew says he's starting to feel affected and his hands are shaking. And moments later, something falls off the shelf. Even scarier are the Polaroids that they find of what appears to be an authentic exorcism or ritual of some sort. What do you think went on in this makeshift cathedral of a home? A possession? Would you feel comfortable in the demon's skin? Number 8.
This video was uploaded to YouTube 11 years ago. It was taken on September 1st of 2008 somewhere in France. In this video, a few friends had been drinking, and the description of the video provides a translation of what the people in the video were saying. To summarize, they discussed whether they saw something behind a tree, and some of them call it a cat. But to me, this creepy encounter looks much more like an alien than a cat. Take a look.
Vous avez vu un truc encore bouger?
Bon, toi là.
Il y a un truc là-bas?
Minou, minou, j'ai tué ta mère.
Putain!
Il est mignon le chat.
Ouais, il est un peu gros le chat, j'aime pas ça. Je vais me barrer. Oh, non!
Bah y'a un... Non, c'est deux fils de gueule.
Pourquoi t'as laissé tomber la torche?
Pour éclairer, putain!
If this is a hoax, then
Yeah,
it's
that
a
boy's
pretty damn
standing,
good
man.
one. All the yelling in the end is
Ooh,
apparently
ouch.
only in relation to the fire, and none of them seem too distressed by the creature behind the tree. I think most people would run if they saw something like that, but maybe they just couldn't see it properly in the dark. Either way, it's a very intriguing and creepy video that has
ain't no
surely
cat.
compelled the few who have seen it.
Duh.
YouTube channel Old Phantom 13 uploaded this video of allegedly real poltergeist activity
Man, no
on
way,
April
bro.
17,
Man,
2010.
I mean, either
In
way,
the
that
description,
force
the
on
uploader
fire.
of the video wrote,
Facts.
quote, "We had been having problems with people breaking
be
into
something right
and
there, force
vandalizing
on
our
fire.
shop, or so we thought. So we set up several security cameras. This is what one of our cameras picked up." End quote.
Man, that dirty Jane locker, man. I know you remember the thing on SpongeBob. I remember you used to live in the locker. Yeah. I think his name like Dirty James or something like that.
Pretty creepy
SpongeBob.
stuff. If we
Dirty
assume
James.
this was a hoax, then how did they pull
Those
it off?
ghosts.
With the help of string, perhaps? They'd have to cleverly plan out the entire scene and make sure it looked and sounded perfectly. Furthermore, the rattling sound of the lockers wouldn't be easy to achieve if they were simply hiding somewhere out of frame with string attached to the lockers. It could be achieved if someone was hiding inside one of the closed lockers. But what do you guys think?
There ain't no string.
Is this real paranormal activity caught on camera,
That thing
or is it
closed too
simply
hard.
a fake? Whatever the case, it's a creepy piece of footage. It's been quite a while since I
Yeah.
featured a Pokong sighting.
That's real.
As some of you probably know
The
by
lock is
now,
closed too
the
hard.
Pokong is also known as a wrapped ghost, due to the fact that it is said to be the soul of a dead person trapped in its shroud. This type of ghost is known in Indonesia and Malaysia. In this video uploaded in 2008, a guy is riding his bike while his friend films him doing so. I have no idea what they're talking about, but I'd guess it's probably not anything particularly relevant to the point of the video, because only 40 seconds into the video, a real pokong is allegedly caught on camera.
Alah, Fik. Terang lah, Fik. Kamera kau siapa kata tak terang? Weh, terang lah ni. Cepat angkat lah, Fik. Nampak? Cepat lah. Betul lah, Fik. Alah, kau macam tak bermaya. Okay. Aku mengharapkan ni, Fik. Weh, Fik. Apa tu, Fik? Fik. Cepat, Fik. Apa benda? Nampak tak? Sini. Nampak tak? Jangan cakap dah.
Man, why you outside in the dark?
Dah kau cakap. Jangan lah, diam dah. Betul-betul lah kau cakap itu, nampak tak? Balik. Balik lah. Dah.
The legend of the pokong is one of the creepiest I've
You guys
heard.
don't know bike?
The ghost appears as a warning to people that their souls need to be
Bro,
released by
he had to
releasing
run
its
a- he had to-
ties over the
He had
shroud.
to run a 3 flat.
Because they're tied at
I
their
would've done that
feet,
bike
they
so
can't
fast.
walk, which only gives them the ability to hop like a rabbit,
But
or
no,
if you
it
are to
don't make
believe the
sense.
encounters people have
You
told
gonna pop a
of,
willy right
they are
over there
sometimes said to
to get off the
fly
bike.
or even teleport. This
on,
just
I
makes
thought
these
he messed up
allegedly
the willy.
real pokong sightings
Look,
all the more
Ain't no way,
terrifying.
bro. I would've fished my bike so fast, bro.
Hey, sometimes people don't be thinking properly.
If you ask me, The Proper People is one of the absolute best channels on YouTube when it comes to urban exploration. Their videos are well shot, edited, and filled with interesting information. Once in a while, things don't go as planned for them. Sometimes an alarm goes off, sometimes they hear spooky sounds, and sometimes they almost get caught. The latter happened on their Europe road trip, as they explored a decommissioned power plant. As Michael went inside one of the buildings alone, he planned to find a door
People
to
must be
open
just
to let
be
Brian
bored.
in. However, he started to
It's
hear
good stuff like
things,
this.
and he described it as
You know how
feeling
bored you gotta
wrong
be
rather
just to do this?
quickly. As he was about to exit through a door,
Extremely
the worst
bored.
possible thing happened. A security guy
Like,
opened the
nah,
door
it
just
couldn't
before
be.
him, and since he didn't seem like the friendly type, Michael decided to make a run for it. The security guy proceeded to call the police, leaving Michael and Brian with no choice but to hide.
Alright. I'm coming, run. Run. Back. Okay, go.
What's scary about this?
Run. He called the cops.
This is one of the things you fear the most when exploring abandoned places. I was almost caught myself one of the times I explored an abandoned factory back in December of 2017, so I know how scary it can be. Of course, these guys know it more than anybody with the many abandoned places they've explored. Fortunately, after hiding for nearly an hour, the Proper People managed to escape. Link to the video as well as their main channel can of course be found in the description of this video.
Man, that was whack. That was whack. The last one was whack, bro. What you think?
The only good one was the first one.
With the jawbreaker one? That was the only one. I ain't gonna lie. That was the only one. The rest of them was kind of trash. I mean, some of them was,
Nah. I mean, the one on the bike was kind of clean. I mean, the way it started off was fine. But then, you know what I'm saying? That one was trash, the one we just watched. So, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it really wasn't nothing, man. Hey, man. Look,
Hey, man.
I ain't
Say,
really
man.
get scared, man. You feel me, dog? I just got a little,
My eyes just a little opened up, you know what I'm saying?
you feel me, dog? But look, man, if y'all like the video, man, comment down below if you want another video like this, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and hey, I'll be posting some more, you dig? Hey, I'm on the grind. Road to 1K. Road to
2 million.
1K. What?
Huh?
What you said?
Road to 2 million.
2 million. Hey, I gotta hit 1K first. Road to 1K, bro. Help me out. Help me reach my goal, man. Road to 1K. You did, man. Hope y'all like the video. Peace.